Hello and welcome to our gentle yoga stretch. This evening we'll be working on stretching the calves and hamstrings. Please grab a chair, and if you don't have a chair, just be close to the wall. Have 2 blocks, a strap, and either a blanket or a towel, something that you can roll up and place underneath your foot. And we'll end the class with a little bit of pranayama, which is a controlled breathing. We're practicing alternate nostril breathing, or Nadi Shodhana. And this breath has many, many health benefits. And one is helping our upper respiratory right now, strengthening the lungs. And it's also very calming. So we'll practice that at the end of our class. Little positions. So have a seat, however that feels good for you. Start to ground the sits bones into the mat. Lengthen your spine and draw the shoulder blades up and back down. Gently close your eyes or take a soft gaze at the ground. Start to soften the muscles in the face. Relax your shoulders away from your ears. Relax your arms. Wiggle your hands, soften them back to your lap. Soften the belly muscles. Relax the hips and legs. Then come back to softening the chest muscles. Take a deep breath in, feel the chest expand. As you exhale, soften. Take another deep breath. You can even place your hand to your chest. Imagine puffing the chest into the hand. As you exhale, just let that area soften. Place your hand to your belly. Take a deep breath in, press the belly into the hand. And exhale, draw the belly button in towards the spine. Take a deep breath in, expand your belly. Exhale, contract. Deep breath in, filling up the bottom of the lungs. Exhaling, emptying all the way out. Place your hands back to your lap and start to practice your ujjayi breath. Light constriction of the back of your throat as you exhale, fogging that imaginary mirror. As you inhale, draw the breath back in, recreating the same light constriction of the back of the throat. When you're comfortable with this breath, seal the lips closed, move your breath gently in and out of your nose. Start to go with a natural rhythm of this breath. Just starting to notice the length of this breath. And as our mind is busy with thoughts, you always recognize the thought you have and redirect your focus to the count of your breath. Just noticing the length of each inhale, each exhale. Use this breath throughout the whole practice today to engage the parasympathetic nervous system, relaxing the body. We'll take one more deep breath, your seated meditation. With the eyes still closed, reach the arms out to the sides, up to the sky, and bring your palms together to touch. Exhale as you flip your palms down and sweep your arms to the sides of your body. Take a full breath in, reach the arms out and up. Exhale, sweep the arms down. Inhale, big sweep out and up. exhale, slowly release down. Hands back to your lap. Start to draw your right ear over to your right shoulder. Option to extend your left arm out, either fingertips to the ground or drawing the pinky towards the back. Option to bring the right hand to the left temple, lengthening on each inhale on opposite sides. And as you exhale, drawing the right ear towards the right shoulder. Take one more deep breath here. Release hands to your lap. Draw your left ear to left shoulder. Option to extend the right arm down. Option for left hand to come to the right temple. And again, you can bring the right pinky back if you'd like a slightly different stretch. Feeling that more in the neck, the back of the shoulder. If there's any pinching or discomfort, just place both hands back to the lap. And take one more deep breath. And gently release. Reach for your strap. You'll hold onto your strap in the middle. Take your hands forward and up. And your hands can stay directly overhead, just reaching the palms up to the sky. Or if you like, you can walk your hands away from each other. If you want a little bit even deeper of a stretch, you can start to bring the hands behind the head. Keeping the shoulder blades drawing in towards one another, relaxing the chin. Taking just a few deep breaths here. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, just a light lateral side stretch. Start to draw your right hand down, left hand up. Keeping that length in the left side of the body, and the back is slightly engaged. So the chest is facing forward versus the ground. And just keep the neck neutral, wherever that is comfortable to lift. Inhale, come all the way back up. Lateral stretch over towards the left. Right hand comes up. Again, just keeping that length in both sides of the body as you reach the left hand down just a little bit more. Inhale, come all the way up. You can keep the strap into the right hand, taking the right hand and bending the elbow so that the right hand comes right between the shoulders, and left hand comes to the right elbow, sitting up nice and tall. Or since you have the strap in your hand, if you'd like to take the left hand behind the back, you can hold onto the strap on the sides. Again, lifting tall, drawing shoulder blades in and down, and taking a few deep breaths. One more full breath here. You can release the strap from the right hand, hold on with the left, reach both arms up. And then bend, the left elbow hand comes right between the shoulder blades. Right hand can come to the left elbow, or you can take your right hand behind the back, holding onto the strap with both hands, shoulder blades in and down, softening the jaw, continuing to breathe here. One more breath. Take an inhale, reach both arms up. Exhale, open them out wide to the sides. And take another inhale, reach the arms forward and up. Exhale, open them out. And This time, interlace hands behind the back. You have your strap between the hands. If you don't have a strap and this is really tight in the pectoral muscles, you feel this more in the elbows, just give the elbows a little bit of a bend. Otherwise, you can keep your hands to the tailbone, walk them away, or maybe even the hands away from each other, taking a little bit broader of a stretch through the pectoral muscles. Taking a few deep breaths here, again softening the throat and jaw. One more full breath. And release. Inhale, open the arms out. Exhale, right arm over left. You can let go of your strap here and either hands to the upper back. You can bring the backs of your hands together or even your palms in to touch. Draw your chin in towards your chest. Take an inhale, open the arms out wide. Exhale, cross left arm on top of right, either giving yourself a big hug, backs of the hands can touch, or even the palms together to touch. Keep the elbows at least chest height if you can, and draw the chin in towards the chest. We'll take an inhale, open those arms out wide. Exhale into spinal twist. Bring your right hand to left knee. Left hand walks behind. Lift up tall through the crown of the head on the inhale. Exhale, belly button in and rotating from the torso, looking towards the left shoulder. Inhale, open the arms out, twisting over towards the opposite side, bringing left hand to right knee, right hand walks behind, lifting up nice and tall through the crown of the head. Your exhale, rotating from the trunk of the body, looking towards the right shoulder. One more inhale. Exhale slowly to unwind. We'll come into our tabletop position, hands and knees. Lining shoulders directly over the wrists, spread through the 10 fingers wide. Tuck your back toes, hips right over your knees, neutral gaze down. Inhale, start to lower the belly down towards the mat, lift the tailbone up towards the ceiling. Exhale for cat, draw the chin and tailbone into the midline of the body. Inhale, soften belly down, lifting the tailbone to the sky, looking forward. Exhale, draw your gaze towards your belly, round the spine like a cat. Inhale, soften belly down. Your exhale, curl and round. Take it back to neutral and start to create really big circles with the body. So we'll start going towards the right, middle, left, and back, taking the glutes into the heels. Inhaling as you come forward. Exhaling as you sit back in your heels. Slowly come back to neutral and over to the opposite side, left to right, back into the heels. Engaging inhale as you go forward, exhale as you sit back. We'll come back to a neutral spine. We'll bring the big toes together to touch child's pose. Take the seat into the heels, walk your hands out in front of you, and rest your forehead to the ground. Knees can be close together or walk them out wide. Feeling the expansion of the belly each inhale. Feeling it draw in on the exhale. Inhale, slowly come all the way back up to tabletop position. Hands and knees. I'm going to thread the needle here. Keep your left hand on the ground as you inhale, reach with the right fingertips up to the sky. Exhale, thread the needle, slide the back of the palm all the way down to the ground and come down to the right cheek and shoulder. Option to keep your left palm right here. Feel like you can slide the left palm to the top of the mat, keeping the tailbone up to the sky. Taking a few deep breaths, maybe even closing the eyes, calming the breath. Take one more full breath here. Bring your left palm back underneath your shoulder. Inhale, reach your right fingertips up to the sky. Exhale, back to tabletop. Keep your right palm on the ground. Inhale, sweep your left arm up to the sky. Exhale, thread the needle, slide the back of your palm all the way through. Gently come down to your left cheek and shoulder. Right hand can stay right here, or slide the right hand to the top of the mat, keeping the tail lifted off of the glutes. Take one more deep breath here. Place your right palm back underneath your shoulder. Inhale, sweep your left fingertips up to the sky. And exhale, back to tabletop. You're going to come into a calf stretch here. Extend the right leg out and come up onto the big toes. We're just going to take small movements here. So as you start to shift your weight back, start to guide the heel towards the mat. And then just come forward neutral with the foot. So as you shift your weight back, so you're pressing the heel down, just a slight movement. As you come back, just neutral, shoulders right over the wrist. So this is a really tiny movement here. Just getting a nice stretch into the calf. We'll go back and forth one more time. And we'll just hold this last one here. Take a deep breath. Imagine softening those muscles. And then bend your right knee, place it back to the ground. Extend your left leg out, so coming up onto the big toes. And again, this is just a small movement, so we're starting to shift the weight back into the heel. Your weight is coming more towards the heels of the palms. And then as you come back to neutral, the weight will shift over the center of the hands. Coming back, start to guide the heel down. Coming back to neutral, so you're on your tippy toes. Guide the heel back. Back to tippy toes. And this last one will hold just a couple of breaths here, so letting the heel guide down. The neck is neutral. And just take a few deep breaths here. And one more inhale. And exhale, place your left knee back down to the ground. Coming into either puppy dog or child's pose. So puppy dog, Knees are hip width apart, tail stays off of the heels, and you walk your hands away from you. Chest starts to guide down towards the mat, and you either have a block for your forehead or the forehead rests all the way down to the mat. If child's pose is more comfortable for you, walk your hands in, start to take the glutes onto the heels. Puppy dog is really nice because we're getting a big stretch in the upper back here. We'll just take a few deep breaths in either variation that you chose. And take one more full breath. Come all the way back to tabletop position, hands and knees, shoulders right over the wrists. Tuck your toes, lift your knees up and off of the ground. We're just transitioning through down dog, so bend the knees. Start to walk the feet towards the top of the mat. Keep a bend to your knees, forward fold. Chin into the chest, tops of the shoulders away from the ears. If you like, hold on to opposite elbows, sway from side to side. We'll slowly come back to neutral. Release your fingertips to the ground. Bend the knees and slowly inhale to come all the way to stand. Nice and slowly. Take an inhale, reach the arms out and up. Exhale, cactus, bend the elbows and just engage the upper back muscles. Inhale, reach both fingertips up to the sky. Exhale, bend the elbows. Try to keep the neutral pelvis here. One more inhale, reach up. And exhale, bend the elbows. Good. Inhale, reach the fingertips up. And exhale, bring your hands to your heart center. We'll move through just a few half sun salutes. Inhale, reach the arms out to the sides, up to the sky. Exhale, bend your knees and fold forward. Your hands can come to shins, the mat, or if you have blocks, you can place your hand there. Inhale, come up halfway, place the palms to the shins. Lengthen the spine nice and long. As you exhale, bend the knees and fold forward. Inhale, reverse one dive. Reach your arms out to the sides, up to the sky. Exhale, bring your hands back to your heart. Inhale, out and up. Exhale, bend your knees and fold forward. Inhale, lift up halfway, palms to the shins, shoulders away from the ears. Exhale, bend your knees, forward fold. Inhale, reverse one dive, reach out and up. Exhale, hands back to your heart. One more time. Inhale, out and up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, bend the knees and fold. Inhale, reverse one dive, reach out and up. Exhale your hands back to your heart. Release the hands. We're going to come into a downward facing dog with either your chair, or if you don't have a chair, you can come over to the wall. So this is a great stretch to do if you have wrists that are compromised and downward facing dog on the mat is too much on your wrist. This is a really great variation. So if you have your chair, it's best to have the tall side towards you. Hands to the back of the chair, and if you don't have a chair, just come to the wall, bring your hands shoulder height, and then start to walk away from the wall. So this is down dog on the wall. But if you have your chair today, hands on the chair, walk your heels back. Start to hinge at the hips and fold forward. Now just a slight bend to the knees. Feet are hip distance apart and you're looking straight down at the ground. Just taking a few deep breaths here. So this feels really great in the shoulders, the low back, the hamstrings. And we'll just take a couple more deep breaths here, really enjoying this back stretch. And one more full breath here. Bend your knees and inhale slowly to come up. If you're at the wall, go ahead and stay there. Same with the chair. And if you happen to have a blanket or a towel, we're going to come into a calf stretch. So rolling the towel just as much thickness as that's going to feel good for your foot. And you're just going to place your ball of your foot onto the blanket or towel here. Heel will come to the ground. Hands to the chair or the wall. Start to walk your left heel back slightly. Taking an inhale, lengthening the spine. As you exhale, starting to hinge forward and fold. Now I find that this is not deep enough for me with the hands. I'm actually going to just switch the chair around and place my hands on the seat of the chair. So I'm feeling that really deeply into the right calf muscle and hamstring. Keeping the back long and active, chin into the chest. Both legs are straight, but if you need to have a slight bend to the left knee, that's okay. I'm going to take one more full breath here. Bend your knees and slowly come all the way back up. Hands to your hips. Then we'll just switch the blanket over to underneath the left ball of the foot. Heel is on the ground. Walk the right foot back. Take a deep breath in, lengthen the spine. As you exhale, start to hinge forward and fold. The great thing about the chair is you have a couple different heights to choose from. And the wall, you have the entire length of the wall to choose how high up you would like your hands. Keeping the back active, lengthen on an inhale. Your exhale, just folding over the left leg. Again, right knee can be slightly bent if you need to. Left leg is straight, getting the full advantage of that calf and hamstring stretch here. Remembering to breathe. Your next exhale, bend both knees. Slowly come back up, hands to the hips. And inhale to come all the way back up. Bend both knees, step your feet to the top of the mat. You're going to come into a standing wide leg forward fold. If you don't have your blocks, the chair is also good to have in front of you here. You'll take your feet either hip width apart or just a little bit further out. It just depends on how that feels for you. Take a deep breath in, lengthen the spine. As you exhale, start to fold forward. So your hands can either come to the chair, or if you have your blocks on the ground, you can always place your hands on the blocks. The inner arches of the feet face each other. The toes are parallel with the heels. or in line with heels. You're going to have just a slight softness to the knees as you inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold forward. Take one more deep breath here. If you have your hand on the block, keep your right hand on the block, left hand to the hip. We're just going to take a little bit of a twist here. So if you're more comfortable, keep the left hand on the hip. Otherwise, you can spin the left fingertips up to the sky. Taking a few deep breaths here, really reaching tall, engaging the left back of the shoulder. One more inhale. Exhale, place the left hand down. Right hand comes to your hip. You can stay right here. Just start to turn slightly. Or you can reach the right fingertips up to the sky, getting a little bit deeper of a twist. So it's really good on the back. Take one more inhale. Exhale, release both hands to the ground. Bend your knees, bring your hands to your hips, and inhale slowly to come all the way up. Heel toe your feet together to touch. And step to the top of your mat. Inhale, sweep your arms out and up. Exhale, fold forward, bend the knees, hands through the heart center. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, bend the knees, coming back to a tabletop position. You're going to come into a pigeon pose so you can come through from your tabletop position. Keep your right knee bent and gently sweep your right knee to the top of the mat, letting the left toes guide towards the back of the mat. You can always use a block underneath the glute of the right leg. And if there's a lot of space between your quadricep and the ground on the left, you can take a blanket, just making sure the right heel is not on the blanket. Inhaling, lengthening the spine. And exhale, folding forward. Maybe use that second block for your forehead as you reach your arms out in front of you. We'll take one more full breath. We'll slowly walk the hands back in towards the shins. Come back into that tabletop position, hands and knees. And if that feels good, you can take the right knee off of the ground and then just opening up the hip in the opposite direction. So we usually do this in our downward facing dog, but you can do this right here in tabletop position. Take another inhale. And exhale, release the right knee all the way down. Take your left knee to the top of the mat for pigeon pose. Bend the left knee, slide it to the top of the mat, scoot the right toes back. If you like, you can use the block right underneath the left glute. Your towel right in front of the right quad. Inhale, lengthen your spine. And exhale, resting the forehead down to the block. Lengthening the spine on each inhale.
letting the heart melt down on the exhale. Take one more full breath here. And start to walk your palms back in. Bring your knee back, tabletop position. An option to take that left knee back and open the hip in the opposite direction here. Take one more inhale. Exhale, release the knee all the way down. Come onto one side of your hip and extend your legs out in front. Coming into a seated forward fold. If you have your strap, you can place that onto the arches of your feet. And here you can have a slighter deep bend to your knees. Inhale, reach the arms out and up. As you exhale, hinge forward and fold. You can hold on to your strap here, so if you're not that far forward, that's okay. Keep the knees bent, listen to the hamstrings here. If you don't need the strap, you can walk your hands to the arches of the feet, lift up nice and tall on the inhale. Exhale, folding forward. Keeping the quads active, flexing the toes in towards your face so that you're having that nice hamstring stretch here. Relaxing the back of the neck, shoulders away from the ears. Take one more full breath. Inhale, reach the arms to the sky. And exhale, release hands to the side. And take the strap off of the feet. Bend your knees. We're going to come wide on our yoga mat. So bring your seat into the middle of the mat. Have your blocks nearby if needed. We'll come into a wide leg forward fold. Feet go wide just as far as they can. Again, slighter deep bend to the knees. Flex the toes in. Have your blocks in front of you. Take a deep breath in. Lengthen the spine. As you exhale, start to walk your hands away from you. Either keeping your hands on the blocks or rocking them out further away. Maybe you don't need the blocks. Again, quads are active, flexing the toes, feeling that on the inner thighs as well as the hamstrings. Take one more deep breath. Start to walk your hands in a little bit closer towards the body. We're going to take our left forearm to the left thigh. Inhale, reach the right arm up. And exhale, lateral side stretch. So this doesn't have to be really deep here. Keeping the left forearm pressing into the left thigh. Just finding the gaze where it's most comfortable. Taking a few deep breaths here. Inhale, come all the way up. Bringing the right forearm to the top of the right thigh. Inhale, reach with your left arm. Exhale, lateral stretch over towards the right. And just making sure that you're not sinking into that right shoulder. Keeping lifted through the left side of the body. Find your gaze where that's most comfortable. Take a few deep breaths. Inhale, come all the way back up. Bend both knees, bring them in towards one another and just switch the direction of your mat. So coming towards the top of the mat. Hold on to the backs of your hamstrings and lower gently down to the ground. Bring your strap with you here. You can keep your left foot on the ground as you hug your right knee into the middle of the body, holding on to the back of the hamstring.
Here, honey. Look.
Taking a few deep breaths. And we'll just take a few circles with the ankle here. So just start to go clockwise with the ankle. And we'll go opposite direction, so going counterclockwise. Nice big circle. And we're going to take the strap to the arch of your right foot. Start to slowly straighten the right leg. So again, slight or deep bend to the right knee, holding onto the strap so that the backs of the triceps are resting down. And we're just going to start to flex and point the foot here. So starting to flex the foot and point. Flex and point. And just taking a couple rounds on your own here, flexing and pointing the toes. Stretching that calf and hamstring. On your last breath, we'll just take a few moments to keep the foot flexed here. Take one more full breath. And on your exhale, gently bend the right knee. We're going to bring it off to the side of the body. So you can hold onto your strap here. Continue to draw that knee in towards the armpit. Or you can take the outside edge of the right foot and start to guide the knee in just a little bit closer. Take another full round of breath here. And releasing the strap from the arch of the right foot, gently draw the right knee back down to the ground. We're going to take the left knee into the midline of the body, interlace the hands and hold on to the back of the left hamstring. And just take a few breath cycles here. So this is really deep into the hamstring here. We'll take a couple of those ankle rolls. So we'll start to go clockwise with the ankle roll. And then we'll go the opposite direction with our ankle roll. And from here, just taking the strap to the arch of your left foot and slowly starting to straighten the left leg up to the sky. Keep a deeper slight bend to the left knee. We'll start to flex the left toes towards the face. Point them up to the sky. Flex the toes. Point. Flex. And point. This last time we'll just hold the flexation of the foot. That nice calf and hamstring stretch here. Take one more full breath. Start to bend the left knee in towards the body. See if you can get the knee outside of the rib cage and either holding onto the strap here or bringing the hand to the outside edge of the left foot. Just drawing that in as close as you can. Keeping the foot flexed. And then taking the strap off of the left foot, gently placing the left foot down to the ground. And take the feet about as wide as the mat. And just start to windshield wiper the feet from side to side. Nice and slowly, just releasing the hips here. Slowly come back to neutral. Inhale, hug your knees into the midline of the body. And exhale to roll over to the right side of the body. Knees come all the way down, about chest height. Either giving yourself a hug with your left hand or opening the left arm out like a big T. And just taking a few. Taking one more deep breath. Inhale, draw both knees back to the midline of the body, center out the spine. And exhale, gently lowering the left knee down, drawing the knees in as close as to the hips as you can. And then opening out the right arm out like a T, or just giving yourself a big hug and looking gently over the right shoulder. One more deep breath. Giving yourself a hug with that right arm. Bringing the palm to the mat. And gently pressing away as you come all the way back to our seat. We're going to practice alternate nostril breathing, Nadi Shodhana.
We're going to sit up nice and tall with the spine. Make sure that you're comfortable if you're sitting on a blanket or block. We'll start by taking the right hand and folding over the index and middle finger so that it touches the inside of the palm. You have your thumb, your ring finger, and your pinky to be gently on the outsides of the nostrils. We'll start by taking the thumb to the outside of the right nostril and gently and slowly inhaling through the left nostril. Gently closing off the left nostril with the ring and pinky finger. Exhale slowly through the right nostril. Inhale gently and slowly through the right nostril. Close off your right nostril and exhale slowly, gently through the left. Inhale left. Close the nostrils, exhale through the right. Inhale right. Thumb to close off, exhale through the left. Inhale left. Exhale right. Inhale right. Exhale left. Continue a few more times with your own breath cycle, going so slowly and softly that you barely hear the breath entering the nostrils or exiting. Continue back and forth. And on your last exhale through the left nostril, you'll place your hands back to your lap. So finish out your cycle. Once your hands are back to your lap, we'll gently move into Savasana. Slowly, gently, coming to the most comfortable final relaxation posture for you. Once you're in your posture, just settle into the mat. And start to feel that space between the eyebrows softening. Relax down the jaw. Relax your throat, chest, tops of the shoulders. Relax your upper back, middle of the back, both arms, both hands. Relax your stomach muscles, letting your natural breath flow in and out. Relax the low back, glutes, both legs, and both feet. Begin to relax your whole body. slowly begin to bring awareness back to your body. Begin to deepen your breath. Bring some movement to your fingers and toes. Reach your arms overhead for a stretch. And roll around your wrists and ankles. Gently hug your knees into the midline of your body. And slowly roll to one side of your body in a fetal position. When you're ready, slowly come to a seated position. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Namaste.